I got a nuke. I got a nuke with the Vector. I just got a nuke with the Vector. That is nuts. Oh my god, yeah. I just got a nuke with the Vector. Holy hell. That's nuts. Ooh, wow. Oh. Damn, let's go. Holy hell. Yeah, I ended up getting a nuke with the Vector. The Vector's really good. So is the FENNEC or FENNEC. It's the same gun, but you know, FENNEC, Vector, same thing. What's going on, guys? Kando here, and in today's video what we're going to be talking about is the best class setup for the Vector currently, or at least in my opinion, or the FENNEC FENNEC. It's the new DLC weapon, I guess you can call it, in Modern Warfare. Now before the video starts, I am giving away a free battle pass to one lucky winner. Simple rules apply. You have to be subscribed to the channel, just hit that sub button, like the video, and if you want you could follow my Twitch, link to that will be down in the description below. Without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about the FENNEC or Vector's best class setup in my opinion. So, number one thing for tactical is the stim pack. Stim pack, in my opinion, is definitely a necessity for this gun because it is an SMG and you are going to be running around. You could run a stun if you're running restock, but I run restock with a stim pack. So yeah, let's talk about lethal. Yeah, as you can see, I run a Claymore for my lethal. I think it's probably the best lethal in my opinion. Maybe C4 could be better, depends, but Claymores, nobody really looks on the ground when they run around corners, so it's almost an insta-kill. So let's go ahead and talk about the perks. So something that's really annoying about the Vector is you start with almost no ammo whatsoever, so unless you're running the fully loaded perk, I definitely recommend Scavenger, or if you're running an ammo crate, I definitely recommend running the munitions box or Scavenger, but I run Scavenger for this class, and I run restock like I mentioned before, and I run Tracker. Tracker is definitely sleeper OP because you can see the red footsteps where they're going, like if they go into a building, if they go left or right. Sometimes if you don't check the right corner, boom, you're blasted. So I definitely recommend that. Now let's talk about the secondary I use for this class. Yes, I know that we're not here for the Renetti, we're here for the Vector or the FENNEC, but let's go ahead and talk about the Renetti real quick. I run Monolithic Suppressor, I run the MK3 Burst mod, I run the lightweight trigger, which is the fastest fire rate, I run the 27 round mags, and I run the XRK speed grip. I used to run Akimbo, but the Akimbos got nerfed, so I run the single Renetti. So let's go ahead and talk about the FENNEC or the new Vector. Now as you can see, I've definitely played enough games with the Vector to understand the gun. I have it fully maxed out. I'm trying to get this gun golden by the end of the day, so I end up running 5 attachments. These are the 5 attachments I run. I run a barrel, laser, underbarrel, ammunition, and I run a rear grip. So let's go ahead and talk about this. So you could run a stock if you want, but I personally don't run a stock. No stocks, The ZLR stock, probably no good. So these are the 5 attachments I use for the FENNEC. Now, you can kind of use whatever you want, like I mentioned, but this is definitely the best for the fastest killing and just overall the best. I run the ZLR 18 Deadfall, like I mentioned. It takes away the monolithic suppressor side or the muzzle. I run a tack laser, gives me aim down sight speed, aiming stability, and aim steady walkingness or whatever. So commando foregrip is a must. This gun has a ton of recoil if you don't have a foregrip on it because it shoots so fast at range specifically. So I definitely recommend recoil stabilization and aiming stability. It's definitely a must. Now the gun only holds 25 bullets in a clip, so the 40 round drum mag, you unlock it at level 25, is a definite, guys. Run this, please run this, especially if you're running into 2 or 3 people. If you have 40 bullets in your clip, you can actually get like a 3 or 4 piece because the gun kills relatively fast, but it runs through the ammo belt. I'm telling you, definitely recommended. Now I run the granulated grip tape. You can kind of run whatever you want if you're confident in your shot. You can run the stippled for the aim down sight speed because this gun is relatively slow. It is probably one of the slower SMGs. I would also recommend maybe running fully loaded instead of the rear grip if you tend to not run scavenger or if you don't feel like you're having enough ammo in the gun. So that's why I switch it. Or you could run sleight of hand. Sleight of hand is actually really important for this gun too because the gun reloads, it's the slowest reloading SMG, and it honestly might be slower than the ARs too. The ARs, it honestly might, I might have to do the speed test, but it kind of reloads just as slow as most ARs. So I want to know if you guys have used this gun, how you feel about my class setup. Personally, I like my class setup. The nuke you saw in the beginning, I only had 3 of these attachments, and I still ended up dropping a nuke with it. So I'm definitely recommending this class setup. Like I mentioned, you could switch over a perk for fully loaded or sleight of hand. If you don't want to use a rear grip, I definitely recommend sleight of hand over anything. if you're running Scavenger, because this gun reloads relatively slow, so I definitely recommend it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff. I am still doing that giveaway for the Battle Pass. You just have to be subscribed to the channel, like the video, and follow my Twitch. My name's Kendall. I love you guys, and I'm out. Peace.